Nintendo is canceling all forms of Western payment processes like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and even PayPal for their Japanese eShop and My Nintendo store. This announcement comes only a day after news of Japanese banks stopping adult games on Steam from being profitable. Example of this comes from Madam Savvy saying, "If you sell an adult game on Steam, Japanese banks are apparently not accepting the international money made on them, so the creator cannot be paid." They even go on to say, "Why are financial institutions waging war on artists when they happily service far worse, real criminal behavior?" For reference to what Madam Savvy might mean is 2 days ago, Sandman posted how corrupt the legal system is, where a manga leaker that only posts written summaries had the book thrown at them in the court system, while the Your Name producer of a very hit and well-known movie did 100 horrific acts of PDF nature and only got 6 years of prison time. There's other examples of similar stuff of light sentencings happening, like for example Watsuki, the author of Kenshin. But back to the main topic. Japan has been getting increased pressure from card companies for years now to censor themselves, to multiple Japanese sites being forced to shut down or force themselves to remove all forms of adult content, all in the name of brand protection, according to the head of Visa Japan back in December 2024, only a month ago. As an example of how this is hurting even the casual readers of manga and light novels, Ice, a very well-known leaker in the ReZero community, told me getting copies legit in Japan with card payments has been increasingly difficult. You no longer can just use a regular card to obtain novels or manga, you need to use points through a card system to even purchase stuff now. This shows that this forced censorship on just adult content isn't just affecting adult content, it is making it more inconvenient for anyone to be able to purchase content from stores in the long run, which could put a lot of these companies out of businesses because they just don't want to deal with the inconvenience. So what's being done about this? Currently, it's a game of telephone, back and forth between credit card companies, banks, and politicians. With how long things take to get moving, it can take months and maybe even years for something to be done. But once it is finally tackled, the damage might be too great. Now this is where Ken Akamatsu comes into play. He is a very well-known and beloved manga author in Japan that has created multiple classic manga like Love Hina, Negima, and UQ Holder. He has since become an elected politician in Japan, fighting for the anime and manga industry for years. Ken was also the founder of the Japanese website Melon Books that also recently got forced to shut down thanks to card companies like Visa forcing censorship onto the site, or they will be shut down. Clearly, Ken is aware of the situation and is actively trying to bring it to light in Japan. There's even active Japanese forums currently discussing the situation as we speak. One reason Japanese citizens think this is happening is because of a law in Japan called Japan's Foreign Exchange and Foreign Trade Act. It is a law that regulates foreign exchange transactions, foreign trade, and other international transactions within Japan, aiming to maintain stability in the economy and international community by implementing minimum necessary controls while upholding the principle of free engagement in foreign exchange activities. Apparently, thanks to loopholes in it, it is being used to frame/lump all adult content as criminal proceedings under existing guidelines, according to Ramblings. With all these issues bubbling to the surface, all we can ask is how far will this go until it reaches a boiling point of no return? And to make these issues even worse, when Nintendo canceling foreign payments earlier today on their eShop and My Nintendo store, it'll only increase the current ongoing issues with scalpers. As we know, scalpers have been very, very bad as of late in the last few years to either upselling consoles, to Pokemon cards, to just old school games of Nintendo. We have seen it time and time again to where they'll purchase an entire inventory out and then they'll turn around and sell all the inventory for double the price, let's say on eBay or other sites, just to be able to make more money. And this has obviously become a very widespread issue, and with Nintendo canceling all form of foreign payments to their Japanese e-store and My Nintendo store, that means that scalpers are going to buy these products, or if they can, any physical products, and they're going to be able to upcharge them to people that live in Western companies that can no longer buy these said products with a foreign payment processing card. So it is a very bad situation all around, and it showcases that even if Visa and MasterCard isn't fully responsible for everything, it is a trickle-down effect that is just getting worse and worse as time goes on, and I am very sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but this just goes to show how multiple corrupt companies are really just at this point at full-blown war with Japan, wanting them to change their culture, and also just wanting them to bow down for they can make as much money as possible. It's a very sad time period, and I wanted to get these points across, and I know that this video isn't my normal style of video, but I felt it was very important to be able to get all these points out accurately as possible with references on screen. But thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I love all of you. May you have a blessed day. Chibi out.